Hey everyone, what's up? This is Ram here, back with another video and with another topic. And our today's topic is about classes and IDs. So, classes and IDs are very important, and classes and IDs make referencing HTML elements from scripts and style sheets easier. The class attribute can be used on one or more tags and is used by CSS for styling, while IDs, however, are intended to refer to a single element, meaning the same ID should never be used twice. Classes of the element shouldn't be non-unique. They should be same type. Same name. We can give same name to the classes, but to the IDs, the name should be unique. The context of the classes and IDs are same, but when we use classes, if we want three type of format in our web page, then we can use same format. Like if we want a blue color in our web page at the back in the background, so we can use the class attribute, so the class parameter. Okay, so and if we want something different, something unique, then we can use ID. Classes and IDs. Classes are identifiers for the elements that they are assigned to, and use the class attribute to assign a class to an element. So we will see in this lesson that how we can use classes and how we can use the IDs. IDs, as I've mentioned before, that IDs should be different and they should be unique. We cannot use same ID for 2 or 3 times. Okay, and the purpose of IDs and classes is to uniquely identify the element when linking, scripting, or styling, or when we make links, or when we style our website, or when we use some dynamic style and something dynamic in our website. So we can use the IDs and classes at that time. We have to avoid we have to avoid some underscores or colons or periods, letters or digits, because when we will use them in a style sheet, or especially when we use them in our jQuery or JavaScript, when we want anything dynamic, then it could be a problem. Why it could be a problem? Because we don't know about, like, if you know, I know, but if you also know that in JavaScript or in style sheet, these things have some different meanings. The meaning of underscore, the semicolon, or all these things, they have different meanings in our programming languages or scripting languages. So they should be, the IDs should be with the unique in the document, and they should contain letters, but letters shouldn't contain the space. Okay, the letter must not contain any space characters. Okay, and I think it's enough talk. I talk too much here now. Let's move on and start coding and start learning that how we can use these IDs and classes. So first of all, we will go with the class. I have created a style.css page to make it more descriptive to you guys. Then later in the future, I will start the CSS and I'll explain all the nitty-gritties of the CSS. Okay, so right now I've just created a style sheet. It's an external style sheet, and I have mentioned a link here. I just link it with my index.html to make it more descriptive. Okay, so move on and let's create a div. I'm assigning it a class, and the class of my div is block. Okay, let me say paragraph, and within this paragraph I should go with a class. And sorry, my class should be, what should be the name of my class? You guys can help me if you want, because I'm not more descriptive. So classes and IDs, the rules are same. We cannot use space in their name, but we can use the hyphens within the names, but we cannot start them with the hyphen. I don't think so. It's a good practice, because when we use them in JavaScript or CSS, then maybe it makes some sort of trouble. So we can use the hyphen here, and the class name is highlight. I'm saying hello world. Let's save it. Move on to the, here our class name is block and the paragraph class name is highlight. So I'm saying the class is defined in the CSS with the dot sign, and the class name was block, sorry. And I want it to be displayed in an inline. Don't worry about all these things. I'll explain you later when we will start the CSS. So I'll explain you in more detail. And here is highlight is our other class, and within this highlight I just want to say background color, it should be blue, and the text color should be white. My mistake here. Okay, right now I didn't save my style sheet. I just want to show you in the browser. This is just our class look like by using the markup. Okay, we have just used the HTML markup, and with the markup it's not showing anything, it's very boring. But when we use the style sheet with this, I have saved it now, and let's go and check what's going on here. So you can see I said the class name was block. Here this div is a block and the paragraph is highlight. So what I've done here, I use the block class and I want to display it inline block. There is another block type, I'll show you later within the same lesson, but I use the inline block, and the highlight background color is blue. The inline block, if I do not use the color, then it is hard to find that how we use the div. Okay, so this is our div, which is in a inline block. It's in an inline block position, and the highlight class, the class of our paragraph, is the background color is blue and the text color is white. So the background color is blue and the text color is white, because the div is, and this div, the section is, and the div section is, or the division of this page, part of the page, is in inline block. Now let's go back and use the ID. So I'm going to say ID, and our ID should be, I'm not much descriptive with the names, but I will try my best to explain you. And another ID I'm going to assign it, and this should be yellow. Look at my naming conventions, and lorem 5 words. Okay, I've saved it. If we go back, nothing happened. We cannot see that what's going on here or what has happened here. So what I'm going to do here, the class, we call the class in CSS with hashtag, and the class name was, ID, and this ID name was example. We call the class ID in CSS with hashtag, with hash symbol or pound symbol, and the class with dot. So hash and then hashtag and an example. And here I want to display it in a block. Okay, and then my paragraph name is very interesting. It is yellow, but I know that yellow is not going to do anything with this. The background color, it should be pink, okay, not yellow. And the color of the text, it's also not yellow. I just want to have it in black. Let me save it and move on to the browser and check. So you can see we have used the class and the ID. Both are working in the same context. The class and IDs are working in this, classes and IDs are working within the same context, but the way we are defining is different. Like I show this class in an inline block, and I showed this ID in a block. So the div is a block and the paragraph color is black, then the background is pink. Here this div is in inline, this div is an inline block, the color of the text is white and the background is blue. I hope that it helps you in understanding the classes and IDs, and you should also practice with some of your ideas, and when we will start a project, I am sure that you guys will love that. So I think it's enough for today, and bye for now. See you next time. Hasta la vista and ciao ciao.